But yeah, this that 9-round liner, y'all. I said I want to get this super solid, so I'm gonna make sure I saturate this and also get some textures in his nose, his nostril. With the mag, I always believe with the liner, you're gonna get some more solid lines. Not saying you can't get it with the mag, but it's gonna stand out more. So I definitely believe that. That's why I'm using this liner right now to try to get as black as possible in this area. And I'm gonna come back with that mag to kind of go around it. But I just did a tat on myself. It was a J I already had, but I put some plantings around it. I fixed the J up, and I also added some color. Still healing up. Be looking good. I'm surprised that color stayed in there. That's what I wanted to see. If that color was gonna stay in there.
You know your leg?
Yeah, my leg. That's why I did all my tat when I first started.
I appreciate you walking us through this with
but
me as we continue forward.
But yeah, I had got sent some numbing cream. That's what I would do. I tried it out, let it sit on there for like an hour, 2 hours, I think. Well, an hour probably. Yeah, I felt it in the beginning, but for the end, man, I'm mad because I was really numb. I really ain't feel nothing. Like, I wish I would left it on longer. I wouldn't have felt nothing. Alright, y'all, now I'm currently still got this 9-round line out. Got somebody go in here and add some of these textures in the nose. Some textures that I want to be hard versus like the 7 curve mag, it might not get as hard of a texture. Also, it's a 9-round liner. That mag is going to fill in bigger spaces, so my texture is not going to be as sharp. And that's the reason why I would use a 9-round liner sometimes over that 7 curve mag. Those textures going to be a lot more harder and pop out. Out of the nose, structure that out. It may not look like you're doing too much in the beginning, but when it heals up, you'll definitely see those sharper textures that you put in there. Now I see we got a couple of dots on the nose, so I'm gonna definitely put it where the cover up is. You want to try to use the old tattoo as much as you possibly can. Put some of those dark shadows, dark textures, no matter what it is, but you want to try to use that as much as you can. Just to get rid of it. But that's why I say textures also is one of the main keys to cover-ups. You know, you need that texture to kind of really disguise it. And the nose is one of those spots that have texture on the line, so you're going to take advantage of those areas that really have that texture. Even though the whole line will be trying to give texture, but on the eye, like the eyeball, is not texture, so we're going to keep that smooth. And that's why I try to work towards putting the eyes where no cover-up is. So, yep, I try to put the eyes to where like no tattoo is right there. So we got free reign to kind of do whatever we want, how we want to do the eyes. Yeah. Yep. This is our actual color grade. We about to go back into the nose. And start hitting some of this gray in there. You can go some of it on top of the black and some of it like right around it. Still trying to capture some of those shadows. We want to take advantage of those highlights as well. So I'm going to save some of the spots, leave them open. So we come back with our white or our light gray to kind of add some highlights in those areas. You definitely use the opaque gray for the old tattoo because that definitely help cover. Even though we got textures underneath with the black, we still want to come back with our gray to kind of disguise it even more. Really help it blend in, and that's why colors is a lot easier to cover a tattoo. Because colors kind of actually settle in and kind of cover that old tattoo versus this black and gray wash. That's why it's best to use the opaque. Going to our lightest gray, we about to start hitting some of these little highlights.
Have you tried the Kurosumi gray washes?
I tried Kurosumi probably when I was like just not getting into it, like a year into it, but I fell off the gray wash. I started making my own gray wash from there. The Kurosumi, I tried the Cherry Blossom, I think. And no lie, that was a good gray shade. I liked the tone of that, but I just started using Dynamic and making my own gray wash. Normally I'd be using black, medium, light, kinda. This is a cover-up, so cover-up's known to be dark. So by you covering some up and it's gonna be dark, you gotta make sure you take advantage of all the highlights spots you could get. Cause they had some cover up in the teeth, but I still want to leave that light spot right there. You want to take advantage of all the light spots you can take advantage of, because you're covering something, so it's naturally going to be a little bit darker, but you don't want it to be pure black. That's why I left some highlights in the mouth as well. It's black, but you still see like textures to kind of see or where the tongue may be at. Kind of distinguish those things like that. Because if you don't take advantage of the highlights, of course your whole tattoo pretty much black. So you want to kind of take advantage of highlights as much as you could, and that's what's going to help your tattoo stand out. Now, that's my opinion, but I also studied like a lot of tattoos, cover-ups, things like that, and look like the highlights is the thing that you want to stand out, so your tattoo can be seen. So once it heal up, you don't want your tattoo to just look black. The whole purpose of it is so where you can see it. And I ain't gonna say it's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is also to get rid of the cover-up. But my main purpose on top of that to where you can see the actual new tattoo, to where nobody not supposed to know that we had an old tattoo underneath there. Yeah, that's the whole goal, where you're not even supposed to know it's the old tattoo. So if you're having problem with the saturation, you said you got good line work and shading, right? So definitely practice on slowing your machine down, get that same shading, but also building it up to get that saturation. So there's possible chance you could be making like running your machine too high, or maybe you could just be running your hand too fast. But if you're getting smooth shading, that means you just gotta slow down and work the little circular motions to get that saturation. You ain't gonna hit no saturation with using the pendulum motion. You're gonna hit saturation by making small little circles packing in, almost like you packing in black. That camera ain't up yet. I definitely recommend anybody start from the bottom up. You're right, because if you don't, it's gonna wipe away your stencil. Some people say top to bottom. Nah, you're gonna be wiping away your stencil. Just like when I first learned, I was wiping away a name. Tattooing it with my right hand, started from the left, I wipe away going to the right. So I start now from the right, going to the left, so the stencil don't wipe away. Let's see if we should have our other angle up. Yep, there we go, but it's not on the tattoo though. But you see, this GoPro is not like, it's not really good. That's why I say I want to get another camera for this one right here, so you can see the tattoo a lot better. But you see that tattoo, but you don't see like that. All right, y'all, we about to go down to our 5 volts with our white. I'll hit some of these highlights, especially in the teeth. Yeah, see, I don't know, I gotta fix that alert then if it pop up, I guess sometimes then.
Thank you for streaming for us.
Maybe it's the bot that's got it tripping. I gotta see how to get that back straight. If it is tripping, yeah, make it pop out. Alright, y'all, we're gonna take advantage of these lights that I left open. Some highlights in there. We already used those blacks and grays to kind of cover up whatever old tattoo that was there. Now we're using these whites just to kind of help it stand out. Just a little bit more. Remember, we run that 5 volts with a 4.2 stroke machine. No, this is a 4.0 stroke machine.
Any other artist you follow or account? Besides
Right there.
HMU on Twitter. Okay.
Alright, y'all, we currently just adding some more detail. Some more of this help here. Still make it look like strange hair, trying to get rid of some of those covers back there. I know this go way far back than I even thought. I ain't gonna remember way on the top of your shoulder up there. Hey, I thought the stall was like stopped right here. Yep, y'all, majority of that piece that was here is gone. Gone in the wind. Out of there. See that part in the burn to make sure? Getting through it, together. Alright, y'all, white highlights. Bring the machine all the way down to 5 volts. We about to be packing in some of this white. Some of this nose stand out. And another thing you can do, you can also kind of like add some of the whites up in there. Make it look more fur pop out. The spaces. And then some of them negative shapes that we didn't really fully color in. Light spaces. Are gonna help it kind of pop out, play this part. We're going close to the eyes. Underneath. So that's what we need to go up. Underneath the eyes. Highlights up in there. Like I said, where I want it even brighter at, I kind of hit more dots. I want it soft at, I kind of just kind of like brush through it. The little dot method where you want them whites hard at. Right around the eye, add a couple more white dots. Let it stand out. Look at that second eye. Stand out. Couple more highlights, y'all. We about to be getting our pictures in. Put it on that too.